have a special guest. CL Bryant walked in, and I'm going tonight, and he may be interested in this. I'm kind of a guinea pig. I'm going to meet a gathering. It's private, but it's going to be coming to town eventually for all. It's a dialogue on race. And it's a 6-night deal, I believe. It's for 3 weeks, Monday, Tuesday night. And I'm a little worried, CL, about, I don't know how going into this, are there things that white people can say that you as an African American will go, ooh,
well,
you have a
there
problem.
shouldn't be. There shouldn't be, Erin, and I do understand your concern. I see this type of thing across the country, and having been a bridge to that racial divide for a long time. Now, there shouldn't be, but there is. There are things that you may say honestly about your tax dollars and how they have been spent across the nation that will draw a certain ire. There are buzzwords that
Help me with that. I'm worried that I'm going to use a buzzword and they're going to go, ooh, you're a racist.
When you start honing in on affirmative action, sacred cows like that, when you start talking about even abortion, things like that. And so what I'm saying is there's a landmine that is almost impossible to navigate in the conversational realm when it comes to race in this country that has made that conversation almost impossible to have, honestly.
Even if they say everything is fair game, no judging here.
And that's what the progressive liberals have. That's the seed that has grown.
Here's my question.
Scared.
Here's my question. At this forum on race, how many black folks with the political point of view of CL Bryant will be there? Later today, we may, in fact, talk with Dr. Brian Salvatore about global warming. And he's at a convention in Boston.
Yes.
And he says, I've got 10,000 scientists who say global warming, climate change, sustainability, whatever you want to call it this week, is legit.
Right.
But my first question would be, how many of those are climate change dissenters, like Christopher Monkton, like Roy Spencer? How many of those did they invite, or did they do like the Vatican and just shut everybody out? How many CL Bryants with that point of view, with a conservative black man's point of view, or what's the fella from Oklahoma who is the state representative? I forget his name.
Yeah, we've had him on the show. Can't remember it.
How many?
I don't know.
How many CL Bryants are going to be?
J.C. Watts.
Thank you very much. Very good. How many CL Bryants or J.C. Watts are going to be at these meetings? Or have they, as has happened to you, my friend, on dozens, hundreds of occasions, guys like you get locked out because you're not in lockstep?
That's exactly right, and that's exactly the narrative that I'm talking about. When you want to have an honest conversation, you have to see this thing from a round-robin perspective. And that is your proof pudding that this is not going to be an honest conversation. I'm not saying that it won't be. It very well could be. But when you don't have the view that, hey, we have tried this for 50 years, and now it's time for us to try this, if that person is not in the room saying this particular part of whatever we've been doing has failed, if you don't have that person from the black community, or if you don't have somebody from the white community saying that in that area without being vilified, then you're not having an honest conversation. And if you walk away from there and that conversation has not been somewhat tense, if you walk away from there in a kumbaya type of feeling, which is the feeling that progressive liberals want us to think that
then it was BS?